If you could live forever, would you?
What? All right.
That's like, would you like to know how you die or when you die? You just write back with the questions. Completely ignored your question. Sorry.
No. I'm thinking about it.
How I die.
Because that
No,
thing
when?
is, but it's kind of like, do you live in fear of like, do you live better because you know how much time you've got left? Or if say you die in a car crash, will you just never leave the house? You're just terrified of every car because you don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, I won't want to obsess about it. So that would limit me doing things.
But you'd still obsess over it because you're like, you'd start working out how long exactly you've got left to live.
No, because it would tell you.
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
but
tomorrow, I'm like, right, then I'll go.
What
What
if
would
you
you do
find
if you
out?
found out you're going to die tomorrow? What would you do right now?
Drink some Jaeger bomb.
Down WKD.
just tell Freya. I just have to know what's wrong.
I don't know what I'd do if you found out it's tomorrow. I'd punch someone for sure. Never punch someone.
Who would it be though?
I don't
Would
know.
you just run out and be like, ugh?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd give them.
slow walker.
I'd literally take out like £1,000, give it to them, and be like, I'm sorry, bang. Because ultimately, I don't need.
Yo,
like,
geez, you're giving me a grand. No, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
but I'm dying. I don't need £1,000. I'm dying.
John will do it.
Do you want to do anything for £1,000? You know?
I respect that.
But can someone answer my question, please?
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
If you could live forever, would you?
Oh,
What's the conditions? Would
Do
we
I
age?
age?
Would we
Yeah.
like continuously age?
that's a huge
Or would
part.
No,
we be stuck like
no.
this? Would
So-
we get all to a certain age and then stay that age?
Here are the rules. The rules are you can take de-aging. No, let me make one rule then. The one rule is that you. Okay, here's the rule. Sorry, I'm thinking about it. When you get to 80 years old, Elon Musk is dead. Elon Musk's son, which we know as some sort of algebra equation.
Yeah, it's just white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has created a way to transfer your mind into a computer. So you can't do anything, you can't live life, but you can know what's going on still.
No, that's
No.
like literally being stuck in a box.
Yeah, so you're pretty much the paper.
But then surely if they can figure out a way to do that, they'll figure out a way to put you into a body.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could be taking the risk,
that could still happen.
Ah.
That could still happen.
but you
the-
might have to live for another
Yeah, I just die.
500 years.
Yeah, because that's not out yet.
Yeah,
I
just
would.
die.
I would not live forever.
I would live because I want to know what happens. I want to know, do they get to Mars? Do they put a tree on Mars? You know, how's my grandson doing?
Yeah, there is a lot of things I'd like to know, but at the same time, like, I feel like let's get deep. If you live forever, you won't appreciate the time you have. You
Yeah.
No, I will because I'll appreciate my body. I'll be like, I remember when I had a body. That was good. I appreciate
But
that.
I feel like it's also deep because everyone you know and love.
would die.
Is
You know,
dead.
they'd all die.
No. We'd all get
Think of
transferred.
how much like death and stuff you'd have to live.
You're
through
changing the
as
rules
well.
now. You can't all get transferred.
Yeah, it's a little party, a little Vegas trip with
Yeah.
everybody in their brain tubs.
Like on
I
a
don't think
few-
I would actually. I don't think I would.
I would do it.
If I could check in, if I could like come back from the dead occasionally, be like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Can't.
Jump
Yeah,
back
I
in,
wouldn't
be like,
do
"Bye."
Definitely wouldn't.
I would. Would you, John? Would you? Yeah, same.
John would live forever.
If I could live
so-
forever, like, if like say what I got to like 80 or whatever age I die, and then they're like, okay, you can pick any point of your life to like live at forever,
I'd do
like
that.
an age.
I'd do that.
Oh, so you can. It's not Groundhog Day. You're not living that year over and over again.
No,
You can stay
it's
that
like you
year.
can stay at that
You
age.
just be like,
permanently.
okay, yeah. You. What age do you want to be? I'd be
Okay.
like, all right, cool. I'll be.
But then
27.
it'd be like, you know, in Twilight where they always have to move.
I'm
Never
not
seen
gonna
it.
lie, never seen
Never
it.
seen
Oh my
Twilight.
God.
And you know what?
It's
I'm
the-
so glad.
I'm so happy I've never seen
It's
it.
probably the only film we've ever seen, like agreed on.
It's the only film
Cinematic.
that's made
masterpiece.
vampires not cool.
It's a cinematic masterpiece. I don't know
They
what they're talking
twinkle.
about. Just because you don't, man.
They twinkle.
But
Someone
basically,
twinkles.
in the movie, it
What?
makes sense.
You twinkle in my eyes.
Oh.
Sorry, we're
what?
interrupting something.
Sorry,
Don't we?
what you say?
Do you
But
mind?
they have to move. They have to move around because if you live forever and you're always young, people are going to notice that. So do you? And if,
Oh,
like,
yeah, they would
you have
take
to,
you.
You have to move because that's like G and I always, I think Ty and Freya as well. We always talk about if you could have one superpower, what would it be? And they always say fly. But if you could fly, would you just get shot out of the sky? Because people would be like, "Holy shit, that person's flying!"
I don't think that'd be their first thought.
Just whip out a Glock
yeah.
and be like.
Like I've seen plenty of planes in the sky, and I haven't thought to shoot them.
That's not a person though, is it? But like, you know, when
No.
you get like tested on and stuff. So you'd
Yeah,
have to be.
yeah.
What superpower would you have?
I'd love to be able to read minds. And G's always like, no, I
No.
wouldn't. Like, because
You'd
you'd,
get so
go
tempted.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't you ever
Yeah,
walk
well,
down the
no.
street and you're like, oh, I wonder. Or you see someone staring
I
at you across the
do
street and
wonder
you're like,
that, but I think it would tempt you, and you'd ruin your own life through it.
what power would you have then?
I would
What
have
would you
time
guys have?
control.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But when you take advantage of that as well, it's like,
Yes.
I respect the honesty. What would you,
Horribly
what would yours
take-
be?
So I'm trying to think back because our first ever podcast was discussing that, I think, or one of the first ever ones. I'm trying to remember what my answer was then, so I can, like, I'm not changing. answer.
Yours is probably teleporting.
I was thinking teleporting just now. Oh, the power to like. Oh no! I'm trying to think of something that would help me in my everyday life, but that wouldn't like ruin me. You know.
I think mine was mind control. We might have swapped. I might have said time travel. You might have said mind control.
Time travel.
No, I think I've always said time.
But think about like all the like. Like the paradoxes and stuff. Like if something happens, like
Yeah.
a car
wouldn't
crash,
use it
but
to
then you
go-
go back in time to stop the car crash. But then the reason you went back in time doesn't happen, and there's like a wormhole. You know.
I wouldn't go back in time though to stop anything like that.
I just fancy a night out in the 1800s or so. Like,
I do. It was quite cool.
I would fancy a night out pre-COVID.
Well, like I wouldn't, say I'm walking down the street and a car crashes. I might rewind time 30 seconds, stop the car crash.
But then the
But
car crash wouldn't happen, so that you wouldn't exist to go back in time.
Yeah. So So what if as well the person who crashed in that car got rushed to hospital and they met the love of their life,
But this hasn't happened.
but it would have happened. You're
Yeah, but you don't know
So there's
that.
an entire alternate.
But that's what I'm saying is
timeline.
no one knows what would have happened at that point. Whereas for me to go back to like the 1800s or whatever and do this, that would change everything up till now, and that would change my entire life. Whereas
True.
going back 30 seconds and saving someone wouldn't change anything we know.
It would change. It would change the reason that you went back in time. So you wouldn't exist in the timeline to be like, I need to go back in time.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have gone back in time.
Have you not seen
Wormhole.
Endgame?
Yeah,
Doctor Strange and all that.
yeah.
Green
as long as
Stone.
I don't see myself.
Would you rather go back in time or forward in time?
Back.
How many years?
Or however many you want.
100
Because
years.
that would fix your FOMO. You'd be like, did I go to Mars? 1,000 years in the future. Ooh.
True. Then everyone I know is dead.
But you wouldn't mind
You
sitting in a
literally-
parade.
You literally said you'd sit in a computer.
Yeah, but no, hold on. So no, right. If I fast forward time now and everyone will be dead, I wouldn't get to experience life
But you're
again.
not. No, you're not. You're not
Not living
teleporting
there.
and living from that point on. Just going forward, and then you can come back.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
spend
okay.
1 hour in
Sorry,
the future
yeah, I'll do
or
that.
past.
Yeah, sorry. No, pass. I go to Jesus. See if it's real.
I'd go to Jesus.
No. Oh no, I'd go to the very
But
start.
what do you
of time.
mean you'd go to Jesus and see if he's real? Where are you going if
Yeah,
he's
what
not real?
location? Because I don't think you can go into time travel and go Jesus. I think it's quite how it
I'm going to
works.
his tomb.
What year you want to go? Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, so you have to go find him.
You have to choose a time and a place.
Okay, time and place. Yeah, in his tomb.
You'd be like Revs Friday night.
Go there.
Meet you there,
Go 4
show me a good
weeks ago.
time.
But no, mind control is the best because with mind control you can do whatever you want.
I feel like you turn to that would be your like villain story
There's no way that you can really do that.
without being an absolute dick.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know I'm being a dick.
No, we wouldn't. But
I'd
you
be,
are being a dick.
Yeah, but then no one would ever know. So you'd be like, oh, that's a bit of a dick move. And I'm like, Jean, and you'd be like, love you. You know what I mean? You'd never
You don't
know.
need to control my mind for that.
What about the
Thanks.
power to like
Thanks.
fill things? I feel like I heard someone say that before. Like, you
What?
got an empty glass of water, let me fill that.
I
Empty
thought
bank
you
account,
meant
let me
like-
fill that.
You meant like people. Like, you're like, are you hungry?
Oh, wait, I thought it meant something
Yes,
else.
you could.
Oh,
I thought it meant something else, mate.
not like that.
No.
I'd like to retract my statement. That is not-
Yeah, but that is mind control.
No, it's not.
It is.
not.
Filling stuff is not.
It is.
But like
right.
So
empty
if I
bank
have a
account.
glass here
Yeah.
and I fill it, I can literally just go, right,
Yeah.
wine, done.
I'd want a power like that wouldn't turn me into a psychopath.
Okay, so it'd take a little bit longer, but I could be like, Simon, I want wine right now. You go and get it for me.
It'd be like,
That's different.
I still get the same result.
In
It'd
a
take
longer.
longer.
It'd take a longer time.
And it'd be expensive
Right,
your
but
friend.
okay, but
And
here's-
you've got different things working there. You've got me to go out to get it
yes, but
instead of this.
the alternative is you can fill a drink up. Wow, you can't do anything else. But with mind
But
control,
Fill a
if you
bank
can
account.
fill something, like you can fill anything, like your bank account filled, like
if I've got mind control, I've got
I
money
don't know,
anyway.
empty plate of food, you're hungry, filled.
I can buy some more food with the money I've just stolen with my mind control. There's nothing that mind control doesn't
You know
solve.
what? You live your best life. You go live your best life.
If give me mind control, I will.
But do you not think you'd start going crazy and like, for example, minor things like you could turn up here and I'd kind of be like, oh, those socks aren't as good, and
You're
you would start changing my opinion on just that.
Everyone would
and
be the
you'd-
same person.
Yeah, you'd literally just have everyone being a yes man to you.
No, because I'd
And it
choose
would-
not to. I'm not.
I would get to you.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Gonna
I feel like with powers like that, you would eventually.
It would spiral.
I'm not going to control your mind right now.
It would.
I'd hope
As
not.
far as okay, yeah.
It's fine.
It would 100%.
Well, then I still think that's best though.
I think I'd stick with reading minds. I think it would be cool.
But that's what I'm doing.
No, you're not.
No, you're controlling minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So control your mind to tell me what you're thinking right now.
No, because they're not thinking.
Yeah, I'm never thinking. My
They're
head's
thinking what
constantly
you've
blank.
told them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather be able to just read people's minds. Just something small like that, you know, walking down the street, you see someone like staring, are they going to mug me? No.
But what are you going to do about it if they were? Do you know what I'm saying?
Start running before.
Yeah, start running.
Whereas mind control, I'll say stop mugging me.
But you look across the street, there's just someone like.
See, time control. Like, give me your. And I'll just walk off.
Pause it. I think pausing. I would love to.
I'll take their wallet.
I'd love to pause time.
Yeah.
But then do you age? See, look, you can find plot holes for everything. Do you age then over everybody else? Like if you pause time so that you can go and like do whatever for a year.
It's true. It's a
you're
good
a year
point.
older.
It's a good point.
I'm starting to think that I might live forever. Because I don't age. And I know I do age a little bit.
You do a little
But a little bit. Think of, bro, I get ID'd for Red Bulls.
How tall are you?
6'2" and a half. 3/4.
Don't forget the half.
bit. Never forget the half.
But some people say I'm 6'3", so but 60. But I still get ID'd for Red Bulls.
That's mad.
Yeah.
But don't you know who I am?
I have never done that.
Have you ever hit anyone? Have you ever hit anyone with a... Sorry, don't you know who I am?
I've never done that.
JJ does, but not himself.
Yeah.
So like, if you're queuing up to get a table at a club and they don't let you in, the security will just go in and be like, "Do you know who he is?"
Yeah.
That's mad. I don't think I could. No matter how famous I'd become, I don't think I could ever like.
No, but like,
The thing is, in places like America, you actually have to a little bit.
it's
Actually sad that it's like you actually have to. It's, like if you want to get into a club, for example, it's like, oh no, sorry.
Yeah, so I explained it wrong. It's not like oh, do you know who I am? It's more like, so they'll show like his Instagram, and then they're like, you got to remember, like you're going out, right? And it's like everyone's dressed up to go, and everyone's ready to go, and then they like, oh, don't let you in. But then if they know he's got however many followers, they'll let him in. It's stupid, but it works.
I get it. When we went out for drinks for like, I think it was like Freya or G's birthday. Then everybody posted the place online, like on Instagram, and they came over and gave everyone free drinks. And we were like,
That's
okay.
what I mean.
Good business, I guess. Good business.
Got to utilize what you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta get them free
It's
wickets.
effectively mind control.
Katie Blue.
Effectively mind control if you just tweet it out and they bring drinks.
But I could just mind control anyway. I could just go free drinks and they'll bring them to me. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. If
What if you had to?
That's
mind
the
control?
condition. You have to sit and go to like an astral form.
What about you can actually have this power? You can't have any other power. You can have that power, but to do it, you have to pee yourself a little bit
Yeah, that has to be some kind of
every time you mind control.
every
as well.
single time.
could I control my own mind and everyone else's mind to think that I didn't do it?
What every
You'd
time
have to
you
pee a little bit more every time.
like in this room, for example, if you change John's mind, you'd have to pee a little bit. Then both of us would kind of look at you like, well, you've peed a bit. And then you could control my mind, for example, but then you've peed a bit, and Lexi can see that you peed even more.
And then you would have seen that you pee a bit again.
Yeah.
So it's just
And then
never-ending cycle.
endless loop.
All the viewers will see it.
Yeah.
And now, okay, I wouldn't do it then.
You wouldn't have that power.
No.
We talked about, we broke it.
I still have it. I'd actually have that one because you just use it
Get
when
like
you're on
an adult
one-on-one.
diaper, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, but then you still may pee yourself.
Be like, yo, JJ, can you get me a drink, please? Just pee myself a little bit, but he doesn't know. And then no one else is here, so they wouldn't know.
It's true, but that's smaller. You could have just got your drink yourself.
Yeah, but I may as well just have this.
This is not the conversation we just had.
The conversation all came from like, filling a glass of wine.
There was no peeing involved then, though.
True.
The peeing changed my mind.
That's the line.